So today is October 31, 2017, and many people are asking the question, is the Reformation over? Did the Protestants and Catholics sign an agreement bringing the Reformation to an end? We address this question on Protest and Liberty today. So is the Reformation over? Did Protestants and Catholics sign an agreement today, drawing it to a close? The short answer is no. But there is some things that have happened. Today, the Lutheran World Federation and the Catholics issued a joint statement for promoting Christian unity and agreeing on a common commemoration of the Reformation Memorial. This is not a new turn of events. The same two groups met a year ago on October 31 and agreed that the coming year would be a year of common commemoration. Now, we should say at the outset that the Lutheran World Federation does not even speak for all Lutherans, much less all Protestants. However, they have a history of working closely with the Catholic Church on issues of theological importance. A little background. In 1999, the Lutheran World Federation got together with the Catholics and issued a joint declaration on the doctrine of justification. As you can imagine, this was important to the question of Christian unity because the issue of justification was at the core of Luther's protest 500 years ago. But again, this was the Lutheran World Federation, not representing the more conservative Lutheran churches, and yet it is the world's largest gathering of Lutheran churches. And a few years later, in 2006, the World Methodist Council also signed the same declaration. About 11 years later, this year in fact, just about a couple of months ago, the World Communion of Reformed Churches, 80 million members, also signed this same joint declaration on the doctrine of justification. Now again, the World Communion of Reformed Churches don't represent all the Reformed churches, but they do represent more than 80 million individuals who are members of Congregational, Presbyterian, and other Reformed churches, including most of the Waldensian churches. So this is not an insignificant portion of Protestantism that has come around to the point that says the main theological differences between Catholics and Protestants are over. And in 1999, indeed, the Lutheran World Federation and the Catholic churches rescinded the declarations of curses and condemnations that the churches had made to each other in the 16th century. Now, one could ask the question as to whether any church should curse or condemn another church. Surely such judgment should be left to God. But to withdraw those statements and say that really there's no theological difference is a large and significant step. So again, no, not all Protestants have said the Reformation is over, but significant groups of Protestants do seem to believe that they have made peace with the Catholic Church on central issues of the Reformation. How should we, as Christian Protestant Seventh-day Adventists, think about this? Those of you familiar with Protest and Liberty today know that we have shown pictures of Catholic faithful climbing on their knees the same staircases that Martin Luther climbed a few years before he launched his Reformation. You may know about continuing practices of indulgences, prayer to Mary and the saints, the claim of papal infallibility. Surely all these things are important theological questions that would suggest the Reformation is far from over. There are also a group of Protestant theologians who've got together and put together a document explaining why Protestant beliefs are still critical in today's world and how and why they differ from the beliefs of the Catholic Church. In part 2 of this Is This Reformation Over series, we'll look more closely at this document and discuss more fully why the Reformation truly isn't over. And that is Protest and Liberty today.